It's our first video we're doing to basically we're going to talk about why we're going to choose to RV full-time with our family of 5. Basically we're putting this together for our kids so they can kind of see why mommy and daddy decided to go crazy and move from a house to an RV. So we're pretty excited about it. We're still in the planning stages. We haven't moved out. We're working on the next couple weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to do a dry run, and we're going to basically camp in our yard full time and not use our house. We're going to take that time to get the house ready to sell, hopefully either this winter or spring, and then we're going to be full-time RVers. So what do you think about that?
I think it's scary. Exciting, but scary. I mean, we've got 3 small kids, and we're definitely used to our house and our things. I guess would be the biggest thing is we're used to all that we have, and so I mean I'm really excited, but I do have a few moments of I don't know what's the word for it, like anxious, yeah, because I mean I'm one of those people who tends to like gets an idea in her head and like we just need to go with it, like we just need to do it. And sometimes those thought processes don't normally go with planning or
well, we plan, but we never follow those plans.
Yeah.
So
well, this one we're trying to plan. We're just
yeah. And we're both procrastinators. So this will probably be a long process. So there'll be more videos of us getting ready than there'll be videos of us actually. I guess we need to say about how old the kids are and stuff, so when they're watching this they'll know how old they were when we did this.
Yeah. Madison is 6 and she's our oldest girl, and Jonah is 4.5, and then Elijah is going to actually be 3 at the end of this month of July.
Yeah.
So
right now it's July 10th of 2015.
He turns 3 July 31st. So yeah, we've got small kids, and and we're deciding to live in what, 200 square feet, close to 300 square feet. And
actually, Eli's out here in the camper with us now while we're doing this video, so
bouncing around everywhere.
That might be why there's a bunch of stops, because he's in his terrible twos, and he's definitely showing it.
He's definitely energetic.
We've been camping. This will be our 3rd year.
Yeah, this will be our 3rd, like, I guess, camping season, if you put it that way.
We've done camping as kids. So there's another edit that I'm going to have to do. But this will be our 3rd year camping. Both of us had some experience camping as kids, but I don't think either one of us had any kind of bigger RV.
No, we had a pop-up. Or we rented a pop-up, something when we were kids. We either rented or we had a pop-up. My dad was a boat person, so a lot of boating. But we did have a pop-up once or twice, I believe.
And all of my experience was tent camping. I was in the Army, so a little bit of tent camping. My RV, I was a medic, was our ambulance. That was our stealth camper, I guess you can call it. But we started 3 years ago. We actually were looking at getting a tent, and the tent became a pop-up. The pop-up became a travel trailer. We were towing a 16-foot travel trailer behind a Toyota Sienna, which was a fun experience, towing a camper behind a van.
That was probably about the worst first-time camping experience we could have. Well, the camping experience wasn't bad. Getting it home, for some reason, it was a massive downpour the day we were supposed to drive it home, and I think the tires were shot on the van, and that ended up being a very scary actually experience of trying to get the camper home for the very first time.
That was the first time I'd towed anything in years, so it was an interesting experience. And then figuring out where we're going to put it, we didn't really think those things through before we brought it home.
Again, one of those, we've got an idea and we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully we don't pass that on to our kids, but I guess being adventurous kind of helps.
Yeah.
Spark.
And we're trying to have better attitudes about the things that go wrong, because we've noticed that things go wrong and then they end up going right. So
yeah,
they end up being blessings instead of what we thought they were going to be. So it's actually making it more adventurous because of the things that go wrong. We usually have more of an adventure and fun things to laugh about.
Definitely have made some interesting memories, I think.
Yeah. But last year we traded our 16-foot camper in and bought a 36-foot travel trailer.
One extreme to another.
We also bought a truck to pull it, so it's not as bad.
We bought the truck before that.
Yeah, we bought the truck first.
We learned towing with a van was not what we wanted to do.
It worked, but that was about it. Okay, now we got a special guest here that's going to probably bounce the table a lot, so sorry for the video quality there, kids, but you're one of the reasons it's bouncing. So, anyway, we bought the truck first. We're pulling a 16-foot with the F-250 diesel, so didn't even know it was back there. Then we were actually on vacation camping when we bought the... Okay, so lots of editing to do in this video, but that comes with having little ones.
Everything's interrupted.
Yeah. But we were on vacation when we bought the 36-foot camper, and then again didn't think about where we're going to put it. Didn't even know we had room.
That ended up being a blessing, though, really, to be honest, because we were only 2 days into that trip, and it was a longer trip, and it ended up actually raining for a week straight. So being in a 16-foot camper that had 2 feet of flooring, maybe.
Yeah.
For a week straight with 3 small kids, I don't know. I actually don't want to even imagine how that situation was going to go. So when we actually, the day we pulled in the new one into our campsite is kind of when the rain started, and we really were stuck in the camper for I think almost a week. The rest of the trip we were stuck in the camper, and I remember because you were actually completely against the whole idea of getting the bigger camper.
Well, I didn't want to shop for a camper while on vacation.
We did make a spur of the moment decision on the camper, which ended up actually working out to our benefit because we ended up getting more stuff and everything that we actually had planned on getting in an RV. And it ended up being I remember that later on that evening you were like, I'm pretty sure God blessed us because
well, instead of being stuck
straight,
in that little 16-foot, I'm sitting on our big couch watching our big screen TV, and we're going to do another video that'll show our camper.
He's a tall guy, so we
my
didn't
head
have
would
much
scrape
room.
the ceiling of the other one, and this one doesn't. So, and we've got our own bedroom. The kids have their own room, so we'll do a tour of our camper on another video. Probably the next one we do to kind of show.
Yeah, because we'll be moving from from the house.
Right. Yeah, we'll try and do it before we move into the camper, so it's kind of clean.
So we'll see how interesting it's going to go from.
Before we do the dry run where we move in, we'll try and do the. We've actually got next weekend. Not this weekend, but the next. We're going
this
camping.
weekend. Yeah, next weekend we're going camping. But my plan was to start actually putting some things here in the camper so we could see what we could actually.
Yeah, that's the reason for the dry run. We're going to try and use that to
utilize the space.
How we're going to pack stuff, what we're going to need, how much we're going to have to get rid of, which is going to be a lot.
2,000 square feet to under 300. I mean, we're going to have.
It's going to be a big change.
Got a couch for sale.
And I'm still working. I work full-time as a paramedic, so I have about 7 years before I can early retire. We're thinking about that's when we're going to stop the full-time working and go on the road full-time. So we'll basically be in the camper, living in the camper, but kind of a little more stationary while I'm still working outside the house. And we also have a small business that we run that isn't very geographic dependent, but it is a little bit. But we'll have that income in my retirement in 7 years if I retire early. health insurance is probably our biggest concern of why we wouldn't just go now. That and giving up the retirement income when we're 7 years away from it is what's holding us back from that. But for the next 7-ish years, plan on living in the camper to save up money so we can have more money when I retire. Also, we're going to probably go to, we've been looking at Class A's just to give us easier movement when we move. For us, we feel that being in a Class A, it'd be easier to go from spot to spot with, especially with small kids.
More abilities to boondock and if we're traveling around different areas or more state parks, things like that.
And we've looked at fifth wheels, looked at toy haulers.
I personally want a fifth wheel. It's just me.
We bought a golf cart and we've used it quite a bit every time we go camping. But it makes us lazy instead of walking around the campground doing stuff like that. We've been using the golf cart a lot, so I think we're going to sell that.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to be more active, definitely.
Be more active with the kids and stuff. But that's our plans for now, is to, in a couple weeks, do our dry run for the rest of the summer. Start working on getting the house ready to sell.
Yeah.
Got a lot of painting and a lot of stuff to do. We've been in the house for 8 years?
Yes. No?
7 or 8 years, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
And we've painted probably 50% of the house. The rest is just a contractor white. Most of the upstairs is not painted. Mm-hmm. Our bedroom has not been painted. The master bedroom or bathroom hasn't been painted. The game room upstairs hasn't been painted. So we're going to paint all that. And the little dings, dents, and stuff in the house that over the years, especially with having kids, they get old crayons and like to write on doors. We got paint doors, things like that to get it ready to sell. Are the things we're going to try and do while we're not in the house, when we're out here, so we don't have the kids going back behind us and destroying what we've fixed up. So in that one, when we need to show it, it'll nobody's in it. Clean, the state cleaner is one of the reasons we're doing the dry run too. But those are the main things that we're thinking right now.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're doing this video mainly so we can just document it for our kids, so they can see why their parents went crazy and moved them into a camper.
I don't know why we didn't document this years ago.
We also we homeschool, so schooling's not going to be an issue. We're going to road school, and you do almost all the schooling. I occasionally do a little bit here and there, but she's their teacher.
Until he realizes the level of patience you need.
Yeah. So actually, we've enjoyed this homeschooling. I think
they enjoy it too, because Madison and Jonah are really close, and Eli's kind of coming up there because he's still little. He's still young.
Eli's still too little. I mean, Eli and Jonah do some online preschool stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not really into the home school as much as Maddie. She's getting ready to go into first grade.
Yep. So she's finishing up kindergarten.
I guess what the traditional school would call first grade stuff. But they're all very smart, pick up on stuff really quick.
Yeah, they do.
So school's not going to be an issue for us. It's mainly my job is keeping us from starting the travel thing. I do get a lot of vacation time, so we'll be able to travel. Just not like we want to full time.
No, but I think we'll be able to do it a little bit more often. I think right now, just living in the camper and not having so many of the bills and stuff like that. But another part of the reason we wanted to kind of do this too was because we wanted to kind of we ourselves are kind of technology driven and stuff driven, really. We choose to, I don't know, do other things than get out there and enjoy life and see things. Because, well, let's face it, life now has made it so easy to be lazy and technology driven, so you're always on your tablet or your phone or your something. And I mean, even with us staying at home and homeschooling and stuff like that, even Madison wants her tablet like immediately. So I think one of the reasons we really wanted to do this too is to really downgrade and see that we really don't need all this stuff. We don't need like a closet full of stuff we don't even use. Yeah, and then start getting out there and actually doing different things, bike riding and all kinds of stuff. I mean, that's our fault, but again, that's part of the whole life. Things nowadays are so easy and electronic and technology driven. And we want to also tell them that show them that we don't have to have stuff to have fun and to live and to be together as a family. We don't need that out.
Attack of the flies.
Yeah. I guess there's no way to really keep those out of a camper, but that was one of our other things was we've all gotten a little greedy, and I think this is really, really going to help us I guess not be so dependable on needing all that stuff. We just don't need it, and it would be nice to not have to have it all, I guess. I mean, it'd be edit. See, there it goes.
Another fly.
It's all over the
flies.
place.
We had the door open yesterday.
Probably accidentally.
I wired in 30 amp service to our house so we could plug the camper in and have everything running like it's supposed to. So when we do our trial run, so I think we let a few flies in here.
I have a feeling I still can't blow dry my hair without shutting everything off.
Our camper's 30 amp, so we're kind of limited to appliances. It seems like if the air conditioner's running, the only thing you can have on is a TV, and you blow fuses.
Or if you blow dry your hair, you even have to turn the air off. Like, well, not that
I
has to
did
blow
want to
dry
say,
his hair,
we've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. That's kind of what inspired us to make YouTube videos for our kids. And if other people want to watch us, then great. If not, we're not really doing it for everybody to watch or trying to make money and stuff like that. But we wanted to do it so that the kids could have a way to go back and look at what's going on. We're very terrible about taking pictures and videos and stuff.
Well,
we have video cameras in our pockets with us all the time, and we very rarely remember to get it out and videotape that. So we figured this would help force us to do that and be a way for the kids to see stuff. And if some of the stuff we're doing helps somebody else and they want to watch it, then great. But it's not really anything other than that. And the stuff we're doing is the way we want to do it. So it's not really like we watched a bunch of people on YouTube. We actually didn't get the idea to do full time from YouTube. We fell in love with camping the first camping trip we took in our new camper.
Oh, we loved it.
And
the kids immediately loved it.
Even on that first day we were talking about we'd love to do it full time.
Love to see different areas.
We started researching it, looking at YouTube videos, what other people were doing. Yep. And watch a lot of YouTube videos on new campers because it's always fun to see what's new in camping industry and stuff. So, reading blogs, things like that to research it. But yeah.
I just really would like to see. Well, I think another thing for us too is we didn't want to get to a point where we were too old either to be able to do any of that. Go to Yosemite and hike the trails, or if we could do a long trip to Alaska, or whatever the situation may bring us. But we just didn't want to. We certainly didn't want to get to a point where we were too old to do some of the things that we were going to see, and not be able to do them, really. And to be able to experience it with our kids would be awesome, really. To experience it with them, to raise them that way, and then, see how they go with their own families as they get older. And just, I don't know, give them something more than sitting in a house staring at a TV screen all day long.
And with homeschooling, I think that's one of the advantages we'll have when we road school is, what better way to learn about a battle than actually standing on the battlefield where it happened.
Right.
And to learn.
That would be great.
Learn about history by seeing where the history happened. I think that's going to help them a lot with that. So that's one of the advantages of the road schooling that we're seeing. But yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, we are.
Both of us are kind of anxious.
I'm ready to. I'm ready
anxious
to do it now.
Anxious to start doing it. Anxious of the unknown. We have a lot of unknowns. We don't know
Somebody
if we'll be able
come
to
just
sell
buy our
our
house.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So
We don't know
going.
if we're going to sell our house. How long it'll take to sell it. If we're going to be able to sell it, not lose money on it. With the downturn in the economy, our house lost a lot of value. The market's turning around, but I don't know if in our area where we're at, particularly, that it's turned around enough that we could sell it and just break even, much less lose any money. So we're worried about that. It's one of our worries.
I worry that it's definitely going to hinder us getting going, and I'm definitely one of those people, like I said, that I just want to just want things to happen so we can go.
I think that's going to probably be our biggest delay is selling the house.
But we don't plan on moving out of the camper, I guess, so that we can. I guess if it gets to a point where we have to, we'd have to move back in the house, obviously, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that. We can hopefully get it sold.
We're going to try and stay in it as long as we can, just because if we do it full time, we're going to be in it full time. So
no running back into the house.
Yeah, no cheating while I'm at work.
But it's so much bigger in here.
Yeah. I don't think with our family, we love being around our kids. We're not the parents that want to dump our kids somewhere for somebody else to watch them so we can go do our own thing. We love being around our kids. If we're away from them for any period of time when we have date nights, we miss our kids. So I don't think us being around each other in close quarters is really gonna bother us that much. When we go on our camping trips, I know they're not months and years long, but we enjoy being around each other during those trips. I don't think it's that bad. But I guess we're making this video really long. So
do we do 2 parts? Or do we just stop talking?
So we're also new at doing the YouTube video thing. So this will be an adventure too while we're doing this other adventure. So I don't know. Do we need anything else on this video?
No.
Pretty much covered why we're doing it. Our immediate plans, future plans.
I think we pretty much covered, I guess.
I think we'll cut it off here, and then our next video will probably be showing our existing camper before we take it off to the campground and mess it up and move our stuff in for our dry run.
Maybe we should do our camping trip.
Yeah, we might take a video while we're doing our camping trip just to work on doing videos, but I don't know when I'll get to post this one because I've got to figure out how to use editing software and uploading to YouTube and all that fun stuff. So
I have to edit it first.
Well, I think that'll be it for this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Stay classy, San Diego.